Okay, so there's like news about RWBY, and I know people are gonna ask, and I talked about it on my stream already, but not everyone watches my streams. Yeah, RWBY has a new home with Viz Media. I'm not surprised. It wasn't what I was expecting. I really expected it to be A24, but this makes sense. They've done stuff with RWBY before. It makes sense. I'm not surprised. They've already announced they're gonna be doing new manga things. They're the ones who did the initial RWBY manga. They have not announced Volume 10 yet. So, you know, we just, the process of, like, moving on to the production stage is a lot slower than people might think. Like, they had to get the partner first, which is Viz Media, we now know. First they had to, like, finish things up with the partners, and then they're going to move into pre-production, and then production. And those two stages are going to take longer than I think some people expect. There's a lot of back and forth, especially in pre-production, you know, so if we're gonna hear anything about confirmation for Volume 10, we might hear confirmation for it soon-ish. I would guess maybe somewhere between a week to a month at the earliest, but, you know, it's soon-ish if we get confirmation for Volume 10, but we won't actually see, like, any animation for it until next year, I'm pretty sure. One thing I wanted to talk about, we got this teaser image for something that looks like Team RWBY in Vacuo. It looks neat. I wanted to comment on their outfits because I don't want to make like full judgment decisions until we see the full outfits properly, but I guess I wanted to like give like initial thoughts on what we're seeing here, just for funsies, because why not? RWBY's outfit looks so similar to her latest outfits from volumes 7 through 9 that I actually looked at this image a few times and I didn't even realize they were wearing different outfits because it's very similar. RWBY's outfits tend to be very, very similar. It's fine, but not impressive so far. Blake seems to be wearing primarily black. Yes, thankfully, finally, it's been too long. Weiss seems to be wearing primarily white. Yes, thankfully, it's been way too long. The skirt option feels a little interesting for the Vacuo Desert. I'm not opposed to it. I think, like, I want to see what her boots look like. Like, what kind of shoes is she wearing? I think that's gonna be the thing that, like, makes it all, like, really come together. Yang's outfit is the one I'm like, not so sure I'm all on board for. I don't see any yellow here. Like, there's a little bit of a gold detail on the arm, maybe, but it looks like white and red in this lighting. Not sure how I feel about that. Her hair being in a ponytail is interesting. Last time we did that, it was to display that she wasn't feeling like herself during Volume 4. I'm not so sure how I feel about it, but also it does make sense for the desert setting to get your hair up out of the way. I would have liked a braid, but whatever, I understand. So yeah, they look fine, they look neat. I can't wait to see what they look like properly, if this is even going to actually be indicative of what their proper Volume 10 outfits even will look like. So yeah, don't panic, things are happening. Just like, these things are gonna take some time. I'm impatient too. I'm also eager. I want to just know things already. That's it. There's nothing else to say. I just knew people were gonna ask and I didn't want to repeat myself a bunch of times. So there we go. This is cool. Very cool. Hooray!